Hiya, it's LindaLee, and I'm going to do some charms and maybe some other altered stuff. But I wanted to do some of this wire work and stuff here, nice up and close. I can always zoom this in a little more in production. I learned how to zoom in editing, so that way, maybe you can see my hands. Actually, maybe I should have tried to do something with my nails. Anyways, the up close and personal stuff. What I'm going to show you is I'm just going to actually make a couple of charms. I know Kelly had some questions about how to do the loops when you were finishing. And I'm going to try and show you how I do it. There's a lot of schools of thought. There's a bunch of different techniques, wire wrapping wise. But I'll just show you how I do it. So we're just going to start with a couple of charms. This is all stuff that was left over from a couple of crocheted bracelets or necklaces, depending on how you want to wear it. So I'm just going to make some charms out of these because they are actually the right colors. So this is Amethyst, and where is my hole? I think this is side drilled. Here we go. And I'm just going to randomly put these together. Let's see if there's a dark one. Actually, black is one of my colors, so let's just redo that here. How about if I start over? Put this little bigger bead on the bottom. And this amethyst, which is so pretty. Let's put the striations on the top. And then this little black. All right, now I know one of the questions that she asked, and I'm going to try and do this close. I did learn how to zoom in editing though, so I can probably bring this closer if I needed to. She asked me how much I cut. I probably leave about, I'm not even going to guesstimate measurement wise. I just do it by sight because I've done it for so long. What I kind of do is the top part of my finger, really. And depending on how big I want to make the circle, the loop. So I just cut it with my cutters. I just have a standard pair of dikes. And I'm just going to cut right here. Okay, now I do recommend that you wear safety glasses. The wire will pop and go all over the place. Mine are all over. In fact, there's some that have probably been close to the windowsill or on the windowsill for some time because I haven't dusted the windowsill in a little while. And then it's just a matter of how big you want the loop. I tend to make mine a little bit larger than the eye ring, the eye pins that come with the loop on it. Let's see if I can turn it a little bit. All right, so, and I always you can kind of see, maybe you can't, but I always actually kind of bend it at about the same spot on my round pliers. So, and I always turn it away. So it's always healthy mechanics, especially if you do this a lot. Keep your wrist straight and then just roll it forward. And then what I do is I keep rolling it forward. And then you end up with this lopsided thing. I know some people just make it longer and wrap it all the way around. I don't do that. What I usually do is I just come back and I kink it backwards and then bring it forward again so that it ends up basically centered. Is that showing? So that's how I do mine. And it's just a matter of practice, doing it over and over and over. That one's a little lopsided, but that's probably because I'm trying to do it on camera, and I don't really have it right under me like I normally would. So, but that's one. And with these charms, I think I'm going to put them all on these little lobster claws, these mini lobster claws, so that way they can be taken off or moved around or put on something else. That's what I'm going to do. And I have these nice flat ones that I use quite frequently with everything I do. I just have the ability to straighten it without making any kind of further indentations or crimps in the wire, especially if I'm working with a soft gold or silver. This is just like an alloy. So now see how my circles are not the same? Like this one is canted and this one's flat. That's what I usually do, is I straighten them. I know it seems kind of petty. Nobody probably pays attention to it but me. But that's what I do. I straighten them so that it's the same. That's me. That's how I do it. Let me do a couple more. I've got all kinds of stuff here. Let's see. Let me just use this. So my colors are, the purple and the black. I normally have something softer underneath me so stuff doesn't tend to roll around. But I'm not going to be doing charms the whole time here. I just wanted to do a few of these to show. So I'm a little on the symmetric side. I don't always do that. It messes with my boyfriend's sensibilities. Remember your body mechanics, especially if you have arthritis. Oops. Which I do. So sometimes I can't do too much at one time without taking like a little ibuprofen or something. But, so I'm just going to twist this way. Sorry, I covered that whole process up, didn't I? Okay. And there it is. Is that a very good video? I don't even know. So let me just flatten this out a little bit. I'll do another one and try and do it maybe a little slower. I don't know. And let's grab I'm gonna grab this. And this on top. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Okay, so again, about a finger's width, the tip of my finger. And I'm going to cut it. Turn your face away. Okay, remember body mechanics. Keep your wrist straight. Turn it away from you. And all I'm doing is turning it underneath. Underneath, underneath. So I don't... and then if we look sideways... See how it's all kind of lopsided? And then I take it and I cant it backwards. See? And then I just make sure that it's flat. Make sure that the other end... Now you don't have to worry about your eyes all pointing the same direction. That's just me. Especially because a lot of times I'll link... more than one of these together if I'm making some kind of chain for a necklace or a charm or a bracelet. So I pay attention to which way they're turned, just so that it's consistent. So there's another one. Let me do one more. So this one we will use, maybe that one. I like these Aurora Borealis ones. And black. The smaller black. So we'll put this one on the bottom. Then black onyx. And then this one is Swarovski. Okay, so again, it's just, I'm trying to hold it so you guys see my fingers, because I just do it. Again, about the soft part of the upper part of my finger, and close your eyes. And then again, it's at about the same spot every time. And I'm just bending it forward, bending it forward. And then once I get all the way around, made that one a little bigger, I come backwards again. Okay, can you see it? I'm trying to roll it flat. There you go. Now, if you're doing true wire wrapping, that's when, you know, you have your wire longer and you literally wrap it all the way around. I don't do that. I have, but I traditionally don't. Just bring that a little tighter. Okay. Ta-da! See, now I haven't been paying attention to my hands and the feet the whole time, so I'm not sure exactly what you saw. Maybe I'll do one more so that if I have to totally edit one of these out, I can do that. Let me use a clear, I want to use my Amethyst. And then another one of these. Close your eyes. And I think I did that one a little short, so I'm just going to go a little more forward on the Alright, there's my sideways. And now I'm just going to pull it backwards and flatten it out. Make it a little tighter. And then flatten it out. Just in case I decide to link a couple few of them together. Now I'm going to take when you're working with jump rings, always twist them sideways. Don't pull them open because you'll never get it together and round again, or at least you'll have difficulty doing it. And then loop it, grab another little lobster claw, see, I'm trying to do it so you can see and I can't see. Did you see that? These are soft enough, I don't even have to really use another plier. But I do. And bring it close. Okay. Do one more. I got to do all of them anyway, so I can always edit some of this out, I guess. Close-up work isn't easy to do on camera. Sometimes I follow a beading group on Facebook, and they do work on camera. And, you know, every once in a while they kind of pull away, like I always probably do. And you think, you know, how hard is it to stay in camera? Well, it's pretty hard, because you're trying to see what you're doing, but you want to also make sure everyone else can see what you're doing too. Ta-da! Alright, so I'm not sure how much good footage we got out of that. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I got 7 charms for my journal. And I'm just gonna set those, I guess just plain old aside. I do want to make some altered paper clips. I do have some of this that I might use. This is just some junk jewelry that somebody gave me. They were going to toss it, and of course I keep everything. And I just might, yeah, I'm going to cut this while I have it in my hand. I'm going to cut this link. And then for it to hang a little bit, I don't want to cut there. Okay, so let's just take this link apart. Can you guys see it? Because I can't. And then close this back up, because I don't want to necessarily lose that little bead on there. I might want to use it, just not today. Alright, so I got safety pins, I got paper clips. What I did want to do you remember when I rusted up some stuff that's on a previous video? I'm going to take this stuff out and take a look. Nice and rusty, huh? Look at that, how pretty that is. Maybe I will use one of these keys. I kind of like the safety pin. Where's my beads? Where's those little beads? Oh, here. See if these are big enough. These might not be because those other things weren't. No. I know green isn't necessarily what's going on in this journal, but it looks good. Here, let's... You guys watching me? If I'm in frame, you might be. And this is a lava rock. And I need something a little smaller. I guess let's keep it symmetrical. And this. And then a little bitty white one. Hello, where's the hole? And then clip it. There. And then I can stitch it onto a little piece of fabric. I've got some fabrics here. Pieces of the purple that I've cut and a couple of others. I have this textile here that looks pretty good with the purple. I'm going to use that in there too. All right, so that's not why I went in here though. I just got distracted. So I want a bigger paper clip, I think. And here we go, a bigger paper clip. And one of these keys. I kind of like that key. All my little rusted debris. Tree of Life. Maybe we'll keep that out. Buttons. Oh, this is cool. I can put a jump ring on the back of that. All right. It's a little bigger than I wanted. Thank you for looking at my junk with me. Keep that out. And that one. Now, this altered paper clip. Of course, this one I don't want to use this one, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut 4 pieces of fabric. And then I'm going to clip 2 of them in here and then use Fabri-Tac and glue them all together so that it's decorative on both sides. This is about the same. And then what I'll probably do is do a little bit of hand stitching. And then I'm only going to make one with this particular fabric because I'm going to randomly do some tags too. I have another piece. So these little pieces of fabric are like samples that I've taken from like Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Just which pieces I like best on the outside. That one. This one will go inside. Ooh, that one looks cool. That'll be an outside. These two will be inside. I don't know, this has got a nice frayed edge on it though, doesn't it? Can you guys hear me? Or am I kind of talking too quietly? Mumbling? I hope I'm not mumbling. There's a fabric tack. There's actually enough room where I could machine stitch, but I'm actually going to hand stitch, I think. Not used to the camera being lower than my nose. I usually have some wax paper in here. Ta-da! Here it is. That way the glue doesn't really stick to the wax paper so much. And now we'll glue the other side. And I do my altered paper clips a lot of different ways. This is kind of the first time I've done it this way, so we'll see how well it works. Okay. So while this is kind of drying and setting, we'll do something else. Okay. So that's drying. I got my charms. Let's see. Now this, I want to put a jump ring on, and then we'll put it on one of these ball pins. Now the reason why I'm putting a jump ring on it is so that it'll lay flat instead of it being like sideways, because there'll be a piece in between. So that way it'll be able to what I probably will do is add some kind of beads on here. Maybe a piece of that necklace. What do you think? Just so it can dangle on the side, yeah? Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to take this one apart. So when I do something like this, I always turn it up towards me. And then that way it's easier to... Am I doing it so you can see? And then I just bring it back down and make it flat. Now, do I want to put this? Oh, maybe I didn't need that extra ring. Nope, I didn't on this. I do think I want something else on there though. Maybe an itty bitty beaded charm. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that fussing for when I'm not on camera. This paper clip I am going to leave as it is. I'm not going to, put something on top and bottom of it. I am going to tie a little piece of ribbon on it though. So I don't have something that's small, that's black. So I'm actually just going to trim this. Tie this on top. And then I'll put a dab of glue on it so it'll stay. Not everything has to be all fancy. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a tiniest drop. How tiny do you think I can get? There we go. I might end up combining those and just stitch it with some black thread right here across the middle part, depending on how hard it is to get through the glued part. Otherwise, I'll put it on a different piece of fabric. How will it look on the purple? Do I have some purple over here? Oh, it gets lost on the purple. It looks better on here. But I'm going to make some tabs out of this too. Okay. So, I'm not sure how long this has gone, but I think I'm going to stop it because I got some figuring out to do on the editing and probably give you at least the best pieces of viewing on the charms. and then I'll show you the finished products. Everything is pretty much maybe I can do this key. Taking this baby apart. Sorry, I'm off camera again. I don't mean it. Oh boy, there's somebody outside. That's kind of loud. He's on the phone pacing. Alright, so let me attach this piece, and then I'm gonna let you go and do the rest in editing, and then I'll take some still pictures and show you all how I did. Okay, thank you for your patience. This close camera work posed to be much more challenging than I was expecting. Then this. Oh, it's got a little tingle to it. Can you hear it? Alright. Well, maybe I'll tie the other side to that. Put it directly in through the key. What do you think? Can I do it? On camera is the challenge. Okay. And put a little dot of glue on that too. Okay. All right, so I'm going to clean up my area and do a little bit more, and then take some close-up still pictures and do some editing on the video So I got a little bit of work ahead of me, my friends. This looks cool though too, doesn't it? This zipper. Could potentially be a broken piece of luggage. Carpetbagger, right? I don't know. All right. So thank you again for hanging out with me. Kelly kind of inspired me to pull out this stuff. I had to make charms anyway, and hopefully, you know, the way I make my loops makes a little bit of sense, and that might help you guys out a little bit. Like I said, there's more one school of thought. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but that's how I do it. So enjoy the rest of your day, weekend, wherever you're at. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.